Hello and welcome to Viber Finance. Tonight, HEX news, HEX updates with the lovely Serena Alonzi and myself. We will be covering the crypto market in total here. Take a look at all these green dots filled with some red. Our favorite token out there, HEX. We'll be looking at that price and some of the T-share rates. But first, a little hello from Vibra Finance.
At Vibra Finance, we seek out the hidden gems in cryptocurrency. We will tailor your portfolio to work for you. Are you ready to transition your investments from traditional markets to cryptocurrency? Are your coins staked and earning interest? Are you overwhelmed with all the jargon in crypto? Is your portfolio underperforming and you want to reposition into consistent winning blue chip coins and viable projects? Do you feel like you missed out on DeFi, Metaverse, and NFTs? Here at Vibra Finance, we provide you with the data, skills, and tools you need to stay on top of the digital asset market. Vibra Finance, we are the future of crypto.
All right, here we are. We're about to get started. Tonight's topic is crypto adoption into crypto right now in the bear market. How tough is onboarding these days, Serena?
It's hard for me. It's a tough one. So although it's the best time for people to get in, it's hard to make people, I guess, realize that once they have to do all the learning first. So
that's right. This is an actual depiction. I don't know how people call it live footage of me trying to explain Bitcoin to my parents, but this is pretty much how it looks like at every family gathering. Maybe a little bit of this as well. How about for you?
Yeah, definitely the one on the right there. That's, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, with everything going on in the market these days, we're looking at a phenomenal uptick in the price of Bitcoin today and yesterday, too. So anyway, let's get back to HEX here. The price of HEX is at 0.025 in USD terms. The T-share price is $638 in USD terms. Our T-share rate is at 25,550 HEX, which is up quite a bit since the last episode that we did live and since we've begun filming these episodes. So we'll get back to that. We'll do some comparisons on a later one. We're on to onboarding today, but we always want to share that we are on day 1,140, a flawless uptick time. And that's something that is so exciting to highlight.
It really is.
All right. So tonight's topic is crypto adoption challenges, specifically speaking with adoption and onboarding into the system. What is one of the barriers that you come across?
One of them is financial education, and the other is the resources that people have. So financial education is super important because we're not taught this in schools or anything. So people trade their time and freedom for money, or what they think is money, but really it's just currency that's losing value because of inflation. And it's just a medium of exchange and not backed by anything. So when you understand that and there's something better out there to put your money in so that it's working for you and you're able to keep up with inflation, it's like, why would you not want to learn about those other options, right? But because we're taught to work and save instead of investing, and that's the real way to get ahead. I think that's a big barrier for most people. So that definitely makes it hard to onboard. So
yeah, you're right. It is hard to onboard someone with a saver mindset versus save and invest mindset, or even, financial literacy walks right into that, knowing what is money, what at its core, what is money? Money represents value. Now, if I give you my value of my time for working for you, you're going to give me money in exchange for that value. And then I'm going to take that money and I'm going to spend it at a local business because shopping small is important. So, and then therefore we're talking about, basically we're talking about paper money at that point. We're talking about the American dollar current, that currency, right? Going through what is paper money exactly? Where did that come from? Where did that start? The very basic of that. Well, carrying around a gold bar is cumbersome. And so we needed a solution with that. And for me to go and get a cup of coffee and carry around my gold bar, I would have to cut that gold bar down into 1,000 pieces and then distribute. Well, now these coffee makers, I have to give them like $7 for a coffee. It's getting a little nuts out there. But before it was, perhaps $1 for a coffee. Now I can't carry that much gold around. I'm not that big. So paper money seemed a lot easier to transport. And that made us trust something. We became into a system where we're trusting a thing. We were trusting a piece of paper. So you and I agree that paper holds the same value. And therefore, I was able to go and spend that money. And then, oh man. And so here we are with fiat money, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to dive in a little bit into fiat money? Like what the basic of fiat money is? It's just.
Oh, sorry.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's okay.
I was gonna say, well, fiat money, it's very essence, like the basic, very broad stroke definition here is just the denomination that your government gives, your currency. It's the value that your government gives its currency, and you agree on that, so that and becomes a centralized.
But it's not backed by anything, so really, it's not as good as you think, right? So.
Right, exactly. Fiat money is no longer backed by gold. It's no longer backed by jewels. It's no longer. We used to, like, that was where paper came into play anyway. Like trading shells became cumbersome. Trading gold pieces became cumbersome. Salt, all of that jazz, so to speak. So anyway, our next topic on onboarding challenges and crypto adoption challenges is dissipating FUD around that, which we were talking about with financial education, literacy, and stuff like that. I didn't mean to cut you off. Can you continue on that one?
I don't know which point I was going to say.
Well, you had left off on being taught to save versus being taught to invest.
Yeah. So because like we're not taught that in schools and stuff, unless you have someone like a parent or somebody that's into investing or just do things differently, right? You're not going to really learn that unless if you also have like the want to learn those things. So although it's like a big challenge to get people in because they're not educated in the financial area, it's like you can't also blame them because they're not taught that, right? So it's like it's a very, I don't know how to say it, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah, well, I think that it's a little bit of a barrier there that want to learn, because coming into cryptocurrency without a at least broad knowledge of what money is and how money actually works. And we won't get into the gold standard or anything of that nature tonight. There's too much more exciting things to go on to. But as we're falling away from a trustless system and we are experiencing a system and a product that we can now trust in to yield what it says it will. That's kind of, I feel like that's a little exciting.
It is.
But anyway, you had mentioned that financial resources were also a barrier to entry. And one of the things that we hear very often and very loudly in this community, and one of the great things that this community has to offer, is the amount of support that it brings to new users into this ecosystem. And you will hear very loudly from many of us, and you could say it, you could say the popular phrase, don't invest more.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't invest more than you're willing to lose. That is so true. Because especially during like, I guess, bull markets, it's hard for people to like, you want to put money into everything. So just be careful with that.
Well, bull markets are also the time when you're buying the news. So, all right, to skip around a little bit on our topics here, that is where financial resources are a great deal of a challenge. but also having a plan, because sometimes that financial resource part of it is most of a mindset for some.
Mm,
I can't afford it. I don't have time. I can't afford it. That's like something that
mm,
you might hear a lot with somebody who's
yeah,
new, and it's,
definitely.
or like, like you just said, don't go getting all excited,
Mm,
throwing out crazy wads at coins when you're hearing all these exciting things about it. There's a reason why you might be hearing all these crazy things and exciting things about them at the time.
mm,
In this community where we're talking about like a product with a finished code and and these things and a trusted product, I feel like sometimes we're a little more careful with saying like all the other things that are coming down the way with pulse chain, just be a little careful when they're coming your way. Do a
mm,
lot of research on that. I really like that there was a recent airdrop to this community, gifted to this community that came in, and there's no time rush to claim on that one.
mm,
I really like that it gives the users in this community really some time to hunker down and come on into this market safely. So
mm,
anyway, back to financial resources. You had mentioned, things that come up in our life events, or it could be a barrier to entry, and having a plan around those life events. What does your
mm,
portfolio look like? Is it working for you in a way that suits your needs at that time? Some of the things that we had heard a lot about through the HEX conference were the need for more people that are on stream to talk about how important it is to stake longer, especially with the gas fees the way that they are these days. So
mm,
I just wanted to throw that one. I don't know what that came out there. Of course, my little guy came in and gave me a
mhm.
note. So maybe he should tune into episode number 1 with Serena, Alonzi, and myself discussing this very topic, because that's where we started, bringing it all the way back down at the beginning. So anyway,
Um, yeah, sorry, just something else to add to the financial resources. I know for some people, like for my own personal experience, when I try and tell people about HEX and say like, at bare minimum, just even throw $100 in just to see, like, not financial advice, but just, my opinion. Um, and yeah, usually it's like you said, people don't have the time to learn about it, or they just worry like, well, what if it, something happens? But it's like, it's only $100. Like it's worth it. The rewards are far greater than the risk of, oh, well, I just lost $100 or whatever it is. Right. So, um, yeah, I would say that's another, people don't want to spend the money, but then it's like, they have no problem blowing it on something else, but then something that could be good for their, financial future. It's like, they don't really think twice about it. So that's just because they're not taught it. Right. So it's that mindset that has to be, I guess, updated.
yes. How do you update we can go into that one, Cheryl. How do you update your mindset around that when you don't feel like you have the resources
Mm,
uh, around you? That's scary times when you don't feel like you have financial resources. The worst thing that you could possibly do is sit there and say, I don't have the money, I can't afford this. I don't have the money, I can't afford this, because everything you're doing is closing all of that off to you. And, you are what you speak. You know,
mm,
we're basically made of water, and I don't know. Anyway, we did a whole episode on that one with what you say to yourself matters, and mindset, and working around FUD
mm,
and fear and all that stuff. So tune in if
yeah.
you need to check in your gut and do a little fear exercise. Tune into that episode. It was a good one.
Mm,
But yeah, so checking in and having a plan, and not saying I can't afford this, and then enjoying your $7 cup of coffee 3 days a week. So those add up. They're little tiny things that you're not giving up. And if you feel like, oh, I have to give this up to do this, think about your future self and how much you would really enjoy um, those fancy cup of coffees, you
mm,
know,
yeah.
in a situation where you weren't stretching yourself. If you feel like you're stretching yourself for a cup of coffee, then you got to start at square one, right back with what is money at the basic. It's just a value of exchange. That's it. Don't sweat the small stuff.
Yeah. Money comes and money goes. And there's a comment saying, I lose $100 walking in the door to strip club so I can drop 100 on HEX. And like, that's true, right? Like a weekend at the bar or whatever. It's like, I mean, obviously if you have the money, right? If you're going to go blow, $100 or whatever it is, like, why not just try Staker app, see what it can do. Like, I don't know, learn. I don't know. So
Yes. Yes. Try Sticker app, head on over to hex.com and check out, there's so many tutorials out there to teach you how to enter into Hex safely, how to get into this crypto market safely. This really is a awesome community to be around. And, if you can afford to lose $100 at the strip club, yeah, you can afford to buy Hex for sure. And
exactly.
just let me know when you're going. I like finding money on the floor. I'm cool with that.
Yeah, like now is the best time in the bear market. This is the best time to be, investing and just throwing $100 here and there, whatever it is. This is like, could you imagine you're doing that now when it's a bear market and you wait till the bull market, and that couple $100 you put in is like thousands, if not more. Like that's crazy for something that you're just whatever. It's $100. Like, I don't know. Pretty
Yeah.
exciting stuff. So,
Well, at the end of the day, if you have to really break that down and make that kind of a plan for yourself, then do it in a way that is digestible. If you find yourself to be in that situation where you're really like, you're living paycheck to paycheck, and if you're like out in the wind there, just and making a whole year plan seems undoable. I don't know where this is coming from next. I don't know what's going to come my way next. Start with a monthly plan. Monthly. And we'll go over dollar cost averaging. We're going to do I think we're going to do an entire series on that one, really starting somebody with setting up a Hex portfolio so they can see what the ecosystem looks like. And then we'll walk you through what it actually looks like to stake out. And we'll go through the benefits of that as we go through those episodes. But I think it's really important to make sure that you have a plan in place for at least a month. And what would that look like? And if you don't have the financial resources at the time to actually purchase cryptocurrency, then put it aside where you know that you won't touch it and you can come back to it. And then in the next month that you can do the same thing. And those are little things. You're not giving it up. You're doing it. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. Why is this happening for me? It makes things a little bit more digestible sometimes. That's all. So good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for being here and chat with us today. Okay, let's get back to banners here. Onboarding with our community. Holy moly. Tell us a little bit about the HEX conference that you participated in. Well, I got to, but you tell me about your experience.
Yeah, it was good to be on again. This was my third time. So, yeah, pretty cool. And there was a lot of good speakers and presentations and stuff. There was the Germans always do their good presentation, and also Access Alive. And then sorry?
Great technical analysis.
Yeah. Yeah. And then there was Aubrey de Grey had his talk, and yeah, there was just so much. And then what was it? End of day 3 was Toblerone showed his picture that he was painting. So that was pretty cool to see that. Yeah, there's just so much different, I don't know, so many different, I guess, talents and people just, conferences and meetups and tours. And it was just really cool to see that all come together in the conference. So
yes, and I think that's a great way to display all the resources that we do have within this community and how broad and vast our knowledge is, and our talents and our efforts. And there's a place like Hexco is going to be everywhere. There's a place for everyone in every niche. There's rock band groups. There's like homesteading groups, there's flat earth groups, there's game theory groups. There are so many different places to participate out here. It's really fun. I'm like, it's really fun, but I don't know how else to describe that. It's something that you really need to come and experience for yourself. And these online conferences, Maddie and Sticker Guy Win, really, I cannot say enough praises for them for just a flawless operation, and to be able to coordinate and get everyone together like that. Really, I cannot say enough praises for them for just a flawless operation, and to be able to coordinate and get everyone together like that. Really, I cannot say enough praises for them for just a flawless operation, and to be able to coordinate and get everyone together like that. Really, I cannot say enough praises for them for just a flawless operation, and to be able to coordinate and Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. That's huge for us.
Yep. Shout out to Maddie and Sticker Guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely. They honestly, they really, a lot of these guys covered some great material, and we learned quite a few things. Then we didn't get some answers that we were really kind of hoping for
Mm.
out there, but well, we'll get them someday, right?
Yeah.
Right. And yes, Scam Force Hacks, at least start a Coinbase account. And so you can pop that up on your phone. That gives you something to do in the bear market as a staker. Get used to taking a look at those things. Start with the basics. Start with the very basics. If you don't really know how Hex works, now is the perfect time to get through and read through that white paper. And if you have to stop and pause and take a look and see what a term means, tune in to Serena Alonzi and I each week as we keep breaking Hex down from the very, very basics. We will be here with open arms for our newbie friends coming in, because we really truly want to give them a safe place to start in the cryptocurrency market, in the Richard Hart ecosystem. And one of the ways that we'll be doing this going forward is with a workbook that Fiber Finance created. I'm really excited about this. So if you don't mind me taking a little minute here, getting started with crypto, it's 8 easy steps, and it will walk you through step by step how to get someone started into crypto safely and securely. We broke it down step by step language with starting your Ledger wallet setup. There is incentive to check things off when you are done. It's an 8-step checklist. Boom, 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 walking you through being a no coiner and all the way through having Bitcoin onto your ledger. And then we will be surprising the Hex community with something in a little bit, but you guys have to stay tuned for that one. So, but this is the best tool that we could possibly provide with noobs. An easy place to start that is digestible, and it's affordable, and it's for you to take and do for yourself so that you can build that confidence when you're interacting in this crypto market, to know that you don't have to call someone and be like, did I move this right? We get those, I'm afraid to touch this. And so we really wanted to create something that would get in the hands of people and make your job as your duty, like this game that we're all in. We want more participants in this network so that we can continue to grow, to change lives. As Hexkins, we stand for freedom of movement. We stand for freedom of speech. We stand for things that will make a holistically positive change in this, in the universe. We have a whole stack out there all across the world.
Yeah, and it's great timing that you guys are going to be, giving this workbook out, because this is the best time to learn during a bear market. And I honestly can't stress this enough, because once a bull market comes, things move so quick that you're going to feel overwhelmed and rushed to try and learn as much as you can. So what you guys are doing with your workbook, this is amazing and really is going to help a lot of people. So, and this is the time they need it the most. So
this is the time you need it the most, because it looks like, besides yesterday and today with Bitcoin going, up and right a little bit, but these are the times when everyone else is saying, bail out. You're like, nope, I'm going to hunker down in. Bitcoin is not going anywhere. Mm-hmm. Whether you like it or not, it's not going anywhere. So that is a place where people can come in and you can buy it and you can spend it easier. So it's for me, it was, let's start them with Bitcoin, something easy that they can take and use. And, it's a greater conversation piece than Hex is only at the moment, but that's what the network effect is for. That's what these onboarding tools are for, is to help your grandmother get started with confident with crypto. Hand this book. One of our youngest user is 15 years old, and her second language is English, and she crushed it through this book.
Nice.
You couldn't ask for more. You could not ask for a better tool to, share with your family and friends. So anyway, there will be some incentive out there for that. to share with your family and friends. We're still working on a little bit of a program for that one. So, hey, David Lee, nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Tim Top, nice to see you. Thank you. And a tool like these are exactly what we need to share with friends and fam. Yes, thank you.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's exactly what it's for. It's, for us to onboard New Year's this safely. We'll keep them in this network. We'll keep them in this community. That is the whole point, is to get somebody in safely so that they can be with us for 15 years and 15 years and 15 years and 15 years, right?
Mm-hmm. And they can feel comfortable in doing that because they have step-by-steps in the book to help them. And of course, us and the rest of the Hexicans. So yeah.
And we will be here for 15 years, that's for sure.
Yeah.
So anyway, that is all we have for tonight. We want to share the workbook with you. Oh, shoot. I'm going to pause my screen really quick because I do have a hat to give away. And we have some awesome audience participants out here, and I would love to give you one. So I'm going to pause my screen. I'm going to hand it over to you for just a moment, and I'll be right back.
Okay. All right. So thanks for joining us, guys. This is really awesome to have all the support from everybody. So thanks so much. And the link for the workbook.
Oh, it's coming soon. It's going to be, thank you for Tin Top. It's going to be released on Amazon this Friday. I will be sending out a link. But if you reach out to me on Twitter at HexicanLindsay, I will get a copy in your hands by the end of tonight. All I ask in return, pretty please, is that you leave a honest and thoughtful review on Amazon on Friday when it releases. I'm going to invite you to the group to join us. And my goal and our goal, I say my goal because it's like I'm just talking in here. Our goal at Viber Finance is to get this into the hands of 100 people so that you can leave an honest, thoughtful review. In exchange, together we grow. And we'll figure it out. But hop in the Telegram group and I will get you guys some more information on that one tonight for one lucky audience winner. Thank you so much for being with us here. Together we grow. And tonight's hat came from Rochelle Private Equity. Crushed it at the Pulse Masters tournament this September. That golf tournament was so fun. I could talk about it forever. So I will pick a random audience winner. And I will either reach out to you through YouTube, or if you're on Twitter, leave your Twitter handle down here below. Actually, can you do that for us, please? Can you please, pretty please, leave me your Twitter handle in the comments, and I'll reach out to you on Twitter and get your address info and get you a hat for being in our audience. One lucky winner. Thank you. And then when we reach 1,000 subscribers here on Vibra Finance live stream, I will be giving away a brand new Ledger Nano X. It's never been opened. It came straight from the manufacturer. It was supposed to be mine, but I really am so passionate about getting you guys into crypto safely. And I want it to be secured in cold storage because that's where your crypto should be, never on an exchange. Treat exchanges like public toilets. You go in, you do your business, wash your hands, and get back out. So tune in, 1,000 scubs, getting out a free ledger. All right. All right. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for tuning in. Viber Finance live stream, episode number 9 in the books, HEX updates.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, guys.
Thank you, guys. We'll see you next week.
Bye.